Hello, everybody. Spider-Man 1 here, and today we got another interview as well. So this individual is going to be XAkyrux. So hopefully I am getting it correct. So yes. So she has a bit of a history with Scarlet Blue, and I'm also going to address to not reveal some personal stuff or ask some personal stuff because it's a bit too much, but hey. So yeah. So introducing XAkyrux. So let's get her on here if I can. If not, then yeah. So let's see. Might be a pain in the ass, but hey.
Hello. It's nice to finally meet you. I but the reason the reason why I
For some reason I
was
can't
trying
actually
to
hear
do
you
this
for some
for
reason.
so because of reason. And two, I watched your stream
Uh
with the interview. I said, why is Skylar saying this stuff? I know because of certain things like people were saying about her,
yeah,
but
I
I
can't
do
really
want
hear
to
you for some reason. Don't
clarify.
know why it's not
I
working.
I do want to clarify. Some what Razel said is true, and to make it clear with everyone, I have moved on about the situation. It's just what what Skylar said didn't sit right with me. Because she would say stuff that we tried to explain to her many times. Before you say anything, we tried to warn her about this mess, about don't attack people and stuff. This is before. And I want to clarify, I didn't know about the predator
Yeah.
stuff. This is before. This is last year when the year is about to end and I found out about the predator shit. So so the only thing I could tell you from the past that would relate to now, she did this before, where she gets upset over little things, and she tried to date a predator one time. Um, Now I know this because back then there was a
Right.
predator that who gave me advice about something that I won't ponder up because they already left the internet. But my my thing of this is not because Kuno and the others gather information about her because the first time when 2021 um it was the situation with the breakup thing with me and Zeno Rezo. um Long story short, um if you guys want to hear my side, I was wanting to hang with Rezo because he was my boyfriend at the time when in 2021. So I do want to keep in mind, and this is was confirmed. Skylar was jealous of me because I had Rezo, and she wanted to at least not see me
Right.
enjoy. I was going to make a video about this, but I decided not to because there was so much situations going on that I couldn't finish that video. But she did a lot of stuff that I could address. She made me lost the thing I was working on is my emotional calmness about stuff and trusting in others, because I was trying to trust others about some things, but she took the cake when she took my ex Rezo. At the age of 24, when this is near April or May, I don't know. So I had to deal with death, and I was trying to advise my live stream. And I will admit this because I know Scalar will say something about it. About me saying shit about her. I wasn't. I was actually trying to give her advice or others advice about trying to be a better person and not trying to use their community against them. I've been noticing Skylar been doing that, and I heard before I heard her side with some stuff, like the situation with a certain individual. I will not be naming them because I'm not in contact with them anymore. They accused her of not like yelling at
fine.
her without getting her to understand. Like to get to the series. That's also a reason I'm also not finishing that video, because I mentioned that and I said, oh, I really should redo that video at some point. But I want to clarify Kuno and the others, and as somewhat me, we collected evidence because of things. But the reason why I got beef with Skylar, at least not anymore, I'm trying to move on, it's because she brought up my IRL name. I will type it into the IRL chat, so you can understand why I said what I said. We have a court exam thanks to Kuno about that.
Okay, so she basically told your real life name without your consent or anything else like that?
Yeah, I usually let IRL or close friends, like online close friends, to call me by my actual name, but she wasn't in that category yet because I didn't trust her as my daughter. I didn't trust her after the fact that she took Rezo from me. After the situation, I was making videos nonstop and wasn't having time to focus on my mental health or anything at all. I do believe that some people have their reasons why that they're going after Scalar. Mine is really personal at the time because of what she's done to me in the past. Not only she took a boyfriend from me, because I will not let that go.
Right, okay.
She dissed on my originality. I know Sonic characters supposed to be not original, but I did write originality and I've been creative with my stuff. she assumed that I done comic dubs, which is not true. I do more than just comic dubs. I have a other channel that proves her wrong, but I just don't want to show it. Reason why, the beef is under me and I don't want to prove myself. I'm just debunking what she said. Adrian told me that she was getting death threats. I heard from my friend to other friend that is true because of some of the stuff she's done. I don't blame her for getting upset with it, but I wish she'd been more professional when she talks about how bad it was. And I am going to be professional and get high. I will answer any questions. Personal ones, I don't know. But I will try answering questions about Skylar.
Yeah. So how long have you and Skylar been friends before the whole shit just went hit the
2015 to 2021. The reason why I say 2015, right. I met her with a different name and different YouTube name. I was more popular than her before she... I want to also bring this up. Skylar, if you're watching this, I am not mad at you, but I will bring this up just to remind people greed is not everything. So Skylar also brought up in the stream how much she had more fans than me, even though I didn't care about fans.
No.
I'm not trying to face. I will show my royalty to my audience by caring a lot about them and researching what they like. Even
and speak of Skylar, she's in the chat right now.
Alright.
Yeah. So she is understanding and does regret all the things that she's did.
Yeah. I can tell you that it's going to be a long time until I'm in a ground where I can... Yeah, I just want to explain. I'm not mad at you, and I will move on about that. I got that. Trust me, I do. But there's some stuff you can say. But I do want to explain that I'm not going after Skylar. I'm just clarifying what information that she messed up that I will have to explain in context in a video. So, or a live stream. So, other things I will critique. I did have a person named Skylar Rose complain, explain why they don't like you, because you also brought up, like, got upset because someone used the same name. That's why I got mad about, and it was ridiculous. Yeah, I know.
So it's basically just a dumb argument.
Yeah. I do have evidence on that one, but I just choose not to bring it up because Skylar has not bring my name up, and I don't want to start with this drama again.
No.
I
It is understandable.
I do have original stuff I do have, but I do also want to clarify, Skylar, if you're trying to improve with yourself, please get off the internet and actually try to help yourself. I've been off, and I made mistakes too. I will clarify. I made lots of mistakes in my life, but I'm learning from them as well. So
Yeah, because she did confirm that she has a therapist, and obviously right now she's making an appointment tomorrow, so she is getting help, and she is backing off on the internet.
alright, that's good. Um is there any questions you'd like to know?
Yeah, so a few of the questions that is relating to Celestica's video, because I think you probably did watch them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of the evidence aren't really adding up.
Alright. Here's the thing. As a person who used to be in the used to be helping with the situations with a lot, I can guarantee you, like, some of the info, yeah, I thought about it, but no. I think there was actual people expressing how they felt when they were a minor or something. But I see what you're getting at, and I understand what you're going for this. But don't judge a book by its cover. That's all I'm going to say. There was also one time. There's a lot of people who had hate towards Skylar because of their actions. I don't like her for certain reasons, and Skylar knows why. I'm clarifying, but I'm not dissing on a commentator because I don't want to be one of those people. I respect commentator YouTubers, and I don't want them to say, "Oh, it's just fake news." I am not Donald Trump, and I'm never going to be Donald Trump because I'm myself. And two, I can say, if this person has a lot of info about them, even with, there's a lot of people who come to me about situations. I can clarify, there was a couple of predators that Skylar had in her friend group that I was aware about because of my friend Neo or Maya Glaze had to confirm me. I had to double check though every time when Skylar is not innocent. I will say that now. And I will tell you, there's confirms that she had predators in her server. And when someone addressed that out or tried to explain that person was bad, Skylar kinda not took it well and got a rage. Even if it was regular criticism with the mod group, I was spying because just in case she said any more shit about me. So just letting you know that now, Skylar. I know this because I was in your server. Not only your mod your mod group was being immature about people's feelings and stuff. Where.
And speaking of Sky, she is going to join in. So.
Alright. But I want to state my point.
Hello.
I want to state my point, Skylar. I do have a lot of dirt on you because of
why I'm aware. Don't worry. Like you're good. I understand. Like a lot of people hate me, and I'm just accepting it. No, but what she said to you about the whole stealing the boyfriend, everything else. And with the predators in the Discord server, I can confirm that our mods and admins, and including me, were very unprofessional. There were some predators in our servers, and at the point, I didn't know what predator meant. There's some shit that I did do that was...
No,
I didn't. Oh, no, sorry. I did know, but I did know. But, I didn't want to get myself involved in drama already because of the stress and pressure that I had as owner of the Discord server. But now, I have in my server, age verification, and in DMs, there's a rule in my server. If you do anything illegal, please leave immediately. So far, no one has done anything illegal except for me faking disorder and other shit. But it's a 50-50 right now with the case that we have. But, Aki, if you want me to say that, I don't want to say stuff that you feel uncomfortable in.
It's okay, you call me Aki, that's fine.
When it came to me calling you out on that stream, I was very stressed during finals. I was very stressed during the Jake situation. And also, I was just dealing with a lot of stress. I didn't mean to call you out. I was dealing with a lot of shit. And I took it the wrong way. Instead of talking to you and venting to you of how I felt, I decided to take the unprofessional way, called you out, and kind of said your real name. When
yes,
Assassin...
I have a recording of it.
No, there's evidence. Like, I can confirm that whole drive. When it came to your real name, I did not know that was your real name. Like, I didn't. And ever since that day, I kind of regret it. Like, I do.
Yeah, people were scared of me because they know people made rumors about me being an actual witch.
What?
And, yeah.
No. Okay, I know this is off topic, but Aki's... I'm being real. Aki's better than me. Like, she's very professional. She started her career before I did. I was just jealous. I'm sorry. Like, I'm just, like, looking back at everything. I'm an idiot. I wish I could have handled it a little bit more matured and whatnot, but dealing with college and everything, you kind of lose a bit.
I like college. I like my education, but I don't.
No. Because it was my first time actually out of my house and alone, and I needed to learn what it was like to be on my own. So dealing with that and the stress and everything else, it kind of took a mental way. Oh, there he goes. It took a mental point in my brain where I was mentally unstable and I was unraveling. It happens a lot. I've talked to my psychiatrist about this. I have a new medicine now that's in my system. It's a non-stimulated medicine that I have in my system. I'm not saying my ADHD is an excuse for my choices. I made bad decisions, which, like, I do really fucking regret. Like, I regret hurting you. I regret hurting a lot of people. But no, yeah, like, that's basically it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I really am. Like, I'm getting the help that I need. I've been barely off YouTube. I've been, like, except for the interviews, that's the only thing that is. I've been barely off Discord, that I can admit. I'm only on there just to talk to my partner and a few of my closest friends. But no, that's basically it. I deleted my other VR chat account. I want to get away from it as fast as possible. What I don't appreciate, it's not your group. It's not your group. Your group is leaving me alone. That I can respect for. Like, thank you, actually. Like, I've dealt with, during this, a few weeks ago, I've dealt with someone doxing my IP. I had to block them and report them. I will tell you who it is in the private chat. I felt very uncomfortable knowing that. After a few years of knowing this person, it hurts because he's done things that are 10 times more bad than what I did, and I had to keep my mouth shut. Then I had to record someone saying that they won't tell anyone that I made a new account on VR chat. Told 3 people that told somebody that commented on Cisco's video, and I specifically told them I wanted to move on. I won't do anything stupid towards minors. Hell, I won't even do it again because I want to get myself help, and I want to be better on myself by getting off the internet and not staying on it. I will confirm right now, I've been getting harassed. Spartan can back me up on this. I've been harassed by 2 individuals. If you don't know what's going on, there's a big fight going on a drama side that I was not even a part of. I was trying to be like you, stay away from it, and my name got involved. And these people have done kind of far more worse things than I will say right now. One's 23, one's 18. The 18 one has been giving me death threats. I have evidence of it. The other one, the 23-year-old, kind of did something sexual towards me and a minor. And I feel very grossed out towards it. I've tried to help this person, by the way. I tried to give him advice, didn't listen. So it gave me a bit of regret saying, like, oh shit, kind of regret hurting the people that were actually friends and not fake ones. You know what I'm saying? But no, yeah. I'm sorry. Like, I really am. Like, the only thing that I want to say to you is I'm sorry for treating you awfully during those years, treating you like garbage, especially stealing Adrian from you. That was because of jealousy. That I do regret. What else? Brain. Sorry, I just woke up too, and I was studying for a bit of an hour. I regret saying your real name, even though I didn't know. That was on my point. I should have just told you what has been going on in my real life instead of blurting you out saying that, oh, I'm better than you and I make my characters original. Meanwhile, I only get references and stealing other people's shit. Some ideas. I'm sorry that I said you were unprofessional. You are professional. And I'm sorry for hurting you and your friends.
It's fine.
It's not fine, though. It's not. It's not fine.
Look, even the worst times, I will forgive, but I will never forget.
No, I know. Like, I know. I know that a lot of people will be like, oh, I forgive you, but I will never forget for what you did. And I'm just starting to accept it, because how can I show people that I can try to be better on myself by accepting their choices and their decisions? It's like common sense. But Spartan, everything that she has said, with the evidence and everything else that is confirmed, just being honest from now on. Just letting you know.
That's good, and I appreciate that.
Because being honest is literally key to literally everything.
Yeah. Because normally I lie, and that's a big no-no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna let you know now. Half of the stuff I already disclaimed before. I was going to make a video because of one of her friends named
Colby? Oh, don't even get me started with her. Do not get me started with him. I hate him too. Trust me. I hate him too.
I not even start with you with that mess. I already only linked down the evidence and not talk about you for a while. The only chance, like, people bringing it up, making me think about it, and I don't want to think about these things unless people press on the issue, which I don't want to talk about a person who brings me down in life. And since my father's gone,
I'm sorry for your loss, by the way.
Yeah, I want to bring this up because I had to deal with 2 deaths, not 1, 2. One was in last year when my teacher passed away because I was not emotionally okay at the time, and when you called me out, I was emotionally hurting. I was trying to cheer myself up and tried to give advice to my audience not to choose greed or anything.
Yeah.
I create my stuff with my creativity. Everyone knows I am very creative when I want to be. I cannot be original, and I can be original. There's 2 difference I can do. I actually think about the storyline before I expute it out to the world before changing it, and get feedback as well.
Yeah. One thing I do regret with the my show, my series and everything, it was shit. I'm sorry. Like, it was very unprofessional. It was very stressful. Everything was improv. It wasn't good enough. I could have done better. I could have made scripts for people, but in the end, I got too successful and I got too greedy. That's one thing that I want to say too.
That's why I told you were acting like my behavior back then when I was Shadow Resurrections.
Yeah. I guess, like, looking back at it now, I should have just listened and just be like, yeah, you're right, I should probably take a break. But due to the stress and pressure of the fans wanting more, I got more addicted to it. And also, another thing, you've heard of the VR addiction, right?
I don't even use that. I don't use that as an excuse.
I'm not using
addiction it is.
I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm not. I can confirm that my mom, my dad, my mother, my father. Again, I'm sorry that I'm bringing some stuff up. My mother and father sold both of my headsets. I'm not going to go back on VR. They gave me $100 back to do something else. Maybe go somewhere with those $100. They said it was best because I'm stuck in my room literally all day. I never go out of the house. I don't have any friends in real life, which sucks. I'm more like an introvert. I barely go out. I stay in my room all day, all night with that headset in. Whenever I talk, my brain becomes a bit fuzzy, and I say things that don't make sense. Especially during streams, like I say things that don't make sense, which hurts because my brain hurts from it. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but it really did affect my life a little bit during 2022 now. And
honestly,
I wish
don't
I could
play VR chat because when I'm on VR chat, I don't feel the same way. But it's my opinion. But honestly, if I have to say anything about this, and I'm going to get a validation, I would say it's the problem with your subscribers.
Yeah.
Having fame. That was the issue that you were not getting at the time. And when you finally get called out by a bigger person, you realize you've been hurting a lot of people. I know when I hurt a lot of people who I cared about, it didn't feel good. I lost most of my friends because I hurt people who I cared about. That's you had to recognize. It's not about the fame. It's about the people who you hang out with. And one day you're going to lose them because of your actions, what you've done.
Yeah.
That's why I've been careful with my stuff. What I say about people.
Yeah, no. With the fame and stuff, that I confirmed that I was greedy, and I do regret it. And hurting people that I actually cared about, it breaks my heart for them to be like, I don't trust you anymore. But you know how when somebody has a kind heart, they get used. Like that's another thing that has happened in my life.
I've been used many times, even with you, because I've been noticing some of your ideas were compared to mine. Because even when I was writing my original story about Barry's backstory, I noticed you took something that I will clarify now. The Berry Orchard story, I was not using it as a title. I was using it for the script story. I want to clarify now. My original story, that the original title for Berry was Rise of Berry Cakes, because it's going to be only imaging her and her story, and the designs were original. Some I have to use from my sketchbook, and my sketchbook always helps me with original ideas because I draw many stuff. But I want to clarify, I don't hate you.
Was it the Skylar's Quest one?
No, you put Skylar's Origins.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't my idea. That was not my idea. My friend and I were thinking of an origin story idea together. And I did look at your channel. I wanted to make sure that I was not stealing this time. This was somewhere in November, and I was working somewhere. At that time, I was thinking of like Skylar something, Skylar this, Skylar that. And my friend goes and says, why not you just do Skylar Origins? Has a good ring to it. Let's do that. And of course, book of the dictionary. If in the dictionary, origin's in there, people can use it.
Yeah, orchards is good, but I was only using Barry's origins as my writing script at the time, so I wasn't.
Aki, I wasn't stealing. That's all I gotta say. I wasn't stealing.
Yeah, but some other ideas. I did show you some ideas back then when I was working on many projects. So
When it comes to ideas, there's a difference between stealing and then having inspiration. I had inspiration of your channel, and instead of me taking the whole idea, I looked at the idea, then I looked at my stuff, and I just gave it my own twist.
right, that I can understand.
That's basically it. But
But
no.
the tracing part, I really was disappointed when my friend had to show me.
Who said that I was? Wait, no. Who said that I was tracing?
There were some images that that I saw that my friend had to do. Like, there was some drawings that I saw. You know the one where you were doing a crossover with someone?
Hold on, let me look. Which one? Collusion of Chaos?
Maybe.
Okay, so that one, no one, that somebody drew me that and used a base towards it. That I can't confirm. I use bases, I use references to get my art a little bit more improvable, and not tracing it whatsoever. Tracing is basically tracing the whole thing and recoloring it. But no, I use bases, I use references for like hands, because I'm not really good at drawing hands, I'm terrible at it. I use bases, I use what artists use to get better at their art. Bases, references. I never trace. So like I can prove like some art that like give me a minute actually, because I'm still surprised that people think that I'm tracing. I'm not. That's actually, hold on, that's actually interesting. Why are people saying that? I'm not blaming you, Aki. I'm not. Why are people saying I'm tracing art where Spartan has seen me drew some stuff? I've used bases, I've done references. Hold on. Today is just great. I'm sorry, I'm just dealing with so much.
Yeah, I want to also clarify. Remember, I did community college, so I was mostly in the arts stuff. So I mostly passed with A's and B's.
Here, let me I'm going to share my screen if this is okay for everyone. I'm going to show some that I drew a few weeks and months ago. Some are bases, some are not. Aki, since you were in a community college for art, right?
For a couple of years. So
for a couple of years, I want to give you a test.
Right.
What's bases, or actual art? All right. Spartan, would you do me a favor and please show the screen? All right. First one. Base or art?
That is base.
Yep. I use that base, and I use it for art. Okay. Next one. Base or art?
That is the same thing. That looks like a base.
Yeah. A base. Okay, you ready? Base or art?
That's actually base.
That's not a base. I actually drew it.
If there's a time
Here.
lapse of that,
Yep. I actually do have a time lapse about it. Let me get it. Meanwhile, base or art?
Base.
Art. I'll send you it.
All right.
So, and then one more.
That is art. Because
Yep. Nope, you're right. All right. So you said two of them were both bases, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me show you this. By the way, I did take a bit of art classes, so that's why my art has kind of improved. But let me. Really? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Reference. Started shading. Okay. Let me give you the next one. By the way, you can tell that my art has kind of got a little bit improvement. I took classes.
As long as you improve. I don't use bases anymore. I'm one to clarify. That's not going to teach me a lot of things what I'm going to do in the future.
That's understandable. I know that this is horizontal, but I don't know why it's horizontal. Why is it horizontal? Why is it horizontal?
You put your iris at the wrong direction. That's why.
Shit. Why is it upside down? I'm sorry. Okay.
It was a mistake. That.
But here's me making the art again. But yeah, no. I did use, however, as I continue drawing, I was trying to make an amulet, and right over here, if I, oh my god, if I can try to zoom in, there's a picture of a tree. I don't know how to make trees that well, so I only used that as a base, but everything else, I drew. That's basically it. It was only that one thing. Oh my god, that gave me episodes. Jesus. But there you go. Some of the art that I did have bases, but most of them actually do not. And I'm just trying to get my art better. I only use bases unless I have to, like with hands or like different challenges that my friends and I do. Just to try to like get my art improved better. But like you said it yourself, sometimes bases don't help. So I've been trying to look up YouTube tutorials to shade better and use different methods to get my hands better and my arms better. But there you go.
You won't mind if you share your screen, Paxton. I send you a couple things that I done.
You can share it on Discord right now if you want to.
No, I prefer you save them and showcase it, please. I don't want anyone knowing my new Discord.
And please, me too, because I got a friend request by someone. That scared me. I made a new account as well. No one find me. Please. Leave me alone. Me and Aki do not want any more of this shit. Please. Please leave me alone. But oh boy.
Yeah,
But
it would be a
there
pain
you
in the
go.
ass with me because my shit is so slow.
No, someone already friend requested me, and I'm like, you know who friend requested me? Colby. How the fuck did he find my Discord? Leave me alone. But no, one thing I will confirm.
The only people
Continue.
who know I have that account is the people who I'm still friends with.
That's okay. That's understandable. Just to make yourself safe, just to try to make yourself like, you know. That's understandable. Like, I understand. But off topic, how are you doing, by the way?
It's fine. But
Alright. That's good to
I'm
hear.
glad you're improving and stuff.
Spartan can confirm that, like, I'm literally trying. I was trying a bit too hard for the first round. I messed up. But then I took some of my friends' advice. My mom and dad actually talked about my psychiatrist with me. And my therapist appointment is tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I'm a bit nervous from it.
I have my therapy sessions on Mondays at 3 o'clock. I usually talk about a lot of things, even the situations I've been in.
Do you have... I know this might be a personal question, but do you have any advice to talk to the therapist? Because the 2 other therapists that I had did not really care. Do you have like any like good advice that you can give me to make questions?
Get to know your therapist and tell them little by little about yourself.
Okay.
Before you jump the gun and get them a whole thing about your life. I did that with my therapist back at my hometown, Brenda. Brenda is a good therapist, and I've been listening to her about some of the stuff that's been going on.
Okay. Thank you. I know that it's kind of sudden that like why am I giving you advice? You don't normally listen to some. It's because some people broke my broke that wall to tell me that if you're scared on trusting people that you trust, then you're not gonna trust anyone at all unless that wall breaks. So you have to take a risk to get that advice for people to help you, because if that wall will be still up, you won't have friends in real life and would not have friends online if you get their advice. There's some people that were trying to help you, and I decided, fuck it, I'm breaking that wall, and here I am now, live, asking for advice. So
my only thing I would say, if you want people to trust you again, you have to earn their respect again.
I'm aware. Like with you, I understand. I've hurted you. I'm sorry that I did. We don't have to be friends. Like, we don't. I know trust takes a long ass time, and now seeing it from my perspective, and now with me having trust issues, I understand. It takes time. I'll respect your decision. I've respected a lot of people's decisions recently. Some people left, some people didn't. They said, just know that I don't hate you. I just don't trust you. I said, that's fine. I understand. Like, I've damaged some people, don't worry. Like, I understand. I know that it will hurt, but it's life. Some people go, some people come in. Like, it happens. It literally happens. One thing I do regret is actually hurting people who were literally trying to help me. And instead of me not being the greedy bitch, I'm gonna be honest here, the greedy bitch that I was before, I'm not that greedy anymore. I just want people to leave me alone. And
you two can keep going on. I'll be back in a few seconds.
okay, take the time all you need. It hurts that people constantly try to find my account and
there's the clone of myself on the field.
There has been a few people trying to find me. I'm terrified from it. Like, I will be very honest right here and now. I'm scared because my parents, they're my number one supporter. They care about me too much. And them seeing me hurt breaks their hearts. It aches them. It just hurts. But one thing that I do know is that for people who are either overage, underage, in the middle, the elderly, they have no right to threaten one person that is just either misunderstood or just needs some help. I just think that with me getting attacked for no reason, by the way, with the whole Gage the Hedgehog situation, I feel like it was very unfair. Like, the guy, I'm not naming names, but the person who's the 23-year-old that's friends with the 18-year-old, they want to hurt me. They want to punch me. They want to beat me up. They want me to fight. I don't want to be with those people, because what if those people are doxers? What if those people are what if those are the bad people? Like, the people that I finally meet are the bad people, you know? And then what would happen after that? Death? Maybe. But there's been a lot of people trying to find my new account on Discord, and I'm very scared. I want to move on. I'm sorry that I've hurt a lot of people, but there's no need to follow a person that has admitted fault with their actions and wants to get the help that they need. And I just feel like it's super unfair. Like, I've watched the Rezo interview. He even agreed, right? He even agreed that the harassment has gone a bit too far.
I would said, yeah, I would agree with Rezo as well, because about the whole situation with that. But I'm going to also say people are still hurt from what you did to them, that I can't understand their point of view. Even if they're doxers or not, my point is, once people know what they've done, they won't trust you ever again with information or stuff that you have.
Yeah.
That's why I said, I accepted my fate. That's why I stayed quiet for a couple of days, because I'm not trying to be the type of person who's going to go out on people.
Yeah.
I have to be wiser than anyone to know my mistakes. And when I do have made mistakes before, and I admit I not always been on the right side of the bed sometimes, but I try to keep a mellow trying to keep it professional and trying to keep people happy.
That's
Not
understandable.
Not for my awareness of being famous. I do have a rule about my channels. I always do it because I know someone needs someone to comfort someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say this for future reference. If you ever decide to make a channel, recognize
My
what
faults from before.
yes, and try to work hard to make the content you want to make, not what people want to make. You
What
can't.
I want.
Yeah,
Okay.
storylines about stuff and stories you want to create ain't going to be easy. You have to take time with what
My
you
stuff.
have.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Mm.
I'm not posting a lot of stuff. The only thing that is I'm going to probably rewrite or re-illustrate is my Clover Cafe mess that I created.
Mm.
I made my own comics. I don't need to do comic dubs all the time. I'm very flexible to do different things. I just don't want to do the same thing over and over again. And
Yeah.
I do want to commentate about the Sonic creators. Not all Sonic creators use VR chat. They express it over comic dubs or art or many things.
Yeah. No, that I can confirm as well. The Sonic, I'm gonna say this, and I hope you agree with me with this. The Sonic community is big. There's the plush community, the comic community, art communities, music, you name it, everything is there. But the one thing that's the most toxic is the VR chat community.
That's why you think I'm not even wanting a VR chat thing. I knew something was wrong with the VR community because I've been checking. It's not originality. It's not. I'm going to say it right now. I like the appeal of the idea of what people do in VR and think they're going to adventures and stuff. It's cute, but in reality, I think it's not original in my book. What's original is what type of stuff or creativity what you would do with your character in a story.
Yeah.
And what type of growth they have and what character growth.
Yeah.
That's what you need to make a perfect story and connect to the audience that could understand what they're coming from. Not because what you think. I can relate like some things with some people are doing with the characters in VR, but it's just funny ha-has that makes put money on the plate. But
Yeah.
I can be honest, whatever content you do, from like commentary is original if
Yeah.
you have the right motivation to it. By predator hunting or gaming talking. Depends
If anything, oh, continue. I'm sorry.
It's it depends on the topic in mind. It keeps the watcher's eyes. To be
Got it.
honest, I'm not even mad at the commentary. That's why I respect it. It shows awareness. It's between difference of being getting awareness about someone or just going after them because you're butthurt from what they said.
Yeah.
I never go after anyone without a reason. For example, with you were testing my creativity.
Yeah.
And I know I am creative and I am more original. I wrote many scripts for many shows before, but I never produced it because I was still working on it.
Yeah.
And you said
It was still like a work in progress.
Yeah. And also art. I do time lapses all the time on my channel. That was also a default of what you say because I know how to create the Sonic Heroes logo. I created it for Dark the Hedgehog one time.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Ow, fuck.
You shouldn't judge a book by its cover just because they do comic dubs.
Yeah.
That would underestimate what you know about the person.
I'm gonna be honest. Back then, I was so fucking jealous. Just like looking back of it, it's stupid. Like, the actions that I've caused, it's stupid. And I guess I learned it the hard way because you said it yourself. I didn't judge by a book by its cover, and I was wrong. But what you just said, 100% true. One thing I do regret is actually getting the headset.
I told you one day someone's going to call you out, and you're not going to like
and I didn't listen.
Yeah, I always warn people about their downfall because I can feel it coming, or I know when mine is.
Yeah.
That's why I've been careful with my words with people, and I've been extra careful when it comes to my friends who I hurt. Because they have connections over people that I don't want to lose as my friends. Because they're the world to me, and I would never betray their trust. If you betray mine, there's some things I know about I tell people about their fate if they do shit to me. They're going to have a bad fate heading to them if they start shit with me.
Yeah. Aki?
Yeah?
You're very talented. I was just like looking back at everything. Just looking back at everything, you were right. I should have listened. Like, I really should have. And thanks for Spartan helping me try to get to the right direction. I've been a bit more honest. And if it wasn't for the people who told me it's the right thing, I think I still will be in a deeper hole than where I am now. With my parents, with you, for your friends. I hope they're watching this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I've hurt you. I'm sorry that I didn't care about your well-being. I wish I could have done something better and took your advice. It was wrong. Mistakes do happen when it comes to us. We're human. In the end of the day, we all made different bad mistakes in life. We just need to learn that we have to be better on our past selves for the future. And I want for people to know that I'm admitting fault for Aki, for the story with Aki and Reizo and the other people. that story. Everything that I did was true. I do really regret it. Like, just looking back at everything. And I'm truly sorry. From the bottom of my heart.
Again, I do appreciate you apologizing, and I will admit I am very proud that you acknowledge what you are doing. I can understand how you feel about the whole situation with you and your downfall, but at least you recognize you hurt many people, and that's what counts. If you recognize what you have done to many people, even me. I am not disclosing, because I'm not disclosing about a lot of stuff. I do appreciate it, but give me some time.
I understand.
But I will not be
Mhm.
friends with you again. But I would like you to improve yourself at least, just to get better with yourself, and try to be better with getting better with originality and creativity.
I'll try to. No, I won't try to. I will. I understand your decision. I respect it. I understand. And I'll do better for myself. And yeah, no, I'll just do it better for myself. Because I have to.
If you
Because
don't,
I'm mentally ill.
This situation would get worse for you in the long run, and I can't just say. I will say basically the stuff that I felt, but I can't say about the others. People have their own opinions, and I acknowledge that, and I will say I do agree that there was some points I messed up in the past, but maybe in the future or later on in years, people would forgive you. But at the time being, please, for now, just try to try to get better, because I am healing a lot, because currently a lot of stuff happened between friends, but I will not disclose that. It's my information to know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I'm trying to earn back the trust again from people who I cared about. I know I'm a liar, so I will tell my truth. I am a liar depending on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I am going to admit that, because it's a truth that I can announce. I can make it up to everyone in the end, because I know I can change. And I know I can be better than this. My dad said to build the best version of yourself you already need. And you can a better self, build a better self of yourself. It takes time, patience, even people to notice. But I am going to acknowledge some stuff. I am mostly in the wrong with most of the things, but I can admit that without getting upset about it. But
Okay.
don't judge a book by its cover, because every time when you do or jump the gun, you will get yourself into a major problem that you don't want to go to, and we all know we don't know we don't need that. We definitely don't need that. So, is there any questions, or should I go?
I think I have no questions. I just wanted to
Well, obviously,
confirm.
it's been a long time. Yep, you can go ahead, sir.
All right. The only thing I want from Skylar is just to improve herself, just to be the better version of herself as she can, without pressure, and try to create content and be original with herself. Because I did saw some the creator that who actually made Skylar. I do want you to create a character that feels right to you, that it isn't Skylar that you feel happy with.
I did make a character that I feel happy with until I had to delete the channel. Lumen.
Lumen.
It's
right.
It's a character I made on my own. I made a few new characters. River. I decided to listen to your advice because flashbacks got the better of me. And I said, I want to be original, so I killed off Skylar Blue, and I made Rin. And Rin is now very close to me, and I'm going to keep being original for myself and for the better of my future content, if I ever do content. But the first thing that I really want to do first is actually get better on myself.
That is the first thing. Focus on you first before making content. That's what I've been doing before I started posting again, because of a certain situation that should have not been that big at the first place, but it's my opinion, not everyone else's.
Yeah. Oh, my leg!
But other than that, Spartan? Was
Yep.
it? Yep. Any more questions for me about Skylar?
I think that's probably about it. If you guys want to end this right here and now.
Of course.
Good.
Again, I don't hate Skylar. I do hate her actions.
I hate my actions, but I don't hate Aki.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, please do not harm these two girls. Don't interact with them. Don't attack them or anything else. Just let them be.
We're just trying to move on from a situation that I caused. And we both want to be better, including with Rezo. Don't harm him either. It's unhealthy for us. It's unhealthy for you, and it's not okay.
So thank you everybody for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next interview somewhere in the near future. Bye.
Bye.